Good morning, children. The topic for today's session is Formal Letter Writing Part 3 Application for Job. What are the points to be covered in this topic? Number 1, what is job application letter? What are the main components of job application? And what are the important guidelines which are to be followed while drafting an job application letter? In the format, cover letter, biodata, resume or curriculum vitae, one and the same thing. We shall understand about these two. Then what are the specimen example of these two? Then ultimately the worksheet. This worksheet assignment I have given in this PPT. You are going to complete it in your notebook. Before we proceed into the conceptual understanding of the topic, we shall understand what is the important vocabulary which is needed for this particular type of formal letter. Number 1, job applicant. It is a person who applies for a job. Employee, hopefully you or somebody else who is searching for a job. An employee is a person who is doing any job in a company or a successful applicant in any other organization. Employer actually can be head of the organization, can be owner of the organization for whom a candidate works. Job application, it is important data about the applicant for the job vacant. Cover letter, a cover letter provides additional information on your skills, education, qualification for the job for which you are applying. Resume, it's a document that highlights your experience, education for the job. Interview is actually the end point of your job application. It is a formal meeting between you and potential employer after your job application letter shortlisted for the meeting with the employer. Now, let us understand very first objective of this session, that is what is job application letter. See children, a job application letter is written either to make a request or to apply for a service or job in any public or private organization. Children, whether it is government organization or private organization, right? Person gets job in this organization not by getting any invitation from this organization. It is always through some structured process. See, once you also complete your qualification, you will be ready for the job in any organization. What you will do, the first step, you are going to search for a suitable job matching with your profile. Maybe the search point is your newspaper, website. When you tap the right opportunity, you are going to apply for that job. That application to the job is your first interface between you and your prospective organization, because organization does not know about you and you also do not know about the organization, but you are interested to work over there. So this letter is very important to make appealing impression on the mind of prospective employer. What is the purpose of job application letter? It has 3 distinguishing purposes. Number 1, why you are qualified for the position vacant in his organization. Number 2, why should employer shortlist your particular job application letter for the interview. How your skills, education, qualities and work experience are absolutely suitable for the post advertised by the organization. In simple words, I can say this is a big bridge between you and your organization to check your suitability for the job vacant or advertised. Employer makes very good impression about you if your job application letter is very effective. Your selection, your deselection, it all depends on how you have projected yourself through job application letter. So you all can understand how important this document is. Okay, so in short, it demonstrates applicants' suitability for the job. Now, what are the major parts or the components of job application letter? It has two important parts. Number one is cover letter. What is a cover letter? It is nothing but the job application you have written to address to the employer. Second part is a detailed biodata. The other name for biodata are resume, curriculum vitae, etc. You can use any one out of three. So with this information, we all have understood that it is not a single page draft. Remember this thing, it is not a single page draft. It needs above two pieces of information, and let us understand what each one stands for and what are the conditions for each one. Okay. Part 1, cover letter. What is cover letter? A cover letter is usually a page you have typed in the format of any formal letter in which you introduce yourself to a prospective employer. It's not prospective, it is prospective employer. Okay, so this is actually in application format. It is often intended to stand on its own and basically describes a bit of who you are and what you have done, as well as why you want to apply for this job. The main function of your cover letter is to show off how your qualification makes you a suitable match for the job. In short, I have taken one quotation by Nelson Mullins. He is a marketing analyst and also a professional resume writer. He says a cover letter is a letter sent along with the resume. In a cover letter, you explain why you are a strong candidate for a particular job in detail, as well as other pertinent information an applicant can't include in the resume, such as preferred work location, salary, reason for unemployment, and others. These things are not in your biodata, what you're going to draft, but these are also included. So cover letter plays very important role. Okay. Now, what part to resume? What is a resume? As I told you, it is known by other names like curriculum vitae and biodata. It states the facts: who, what, when, and how. It is very important document that itemizes your employment history. It summarizes the jobs you have already held, the education you have attained, your certifications, your skills which are needed for the current job, and other quantifiable information about your background and work experience. Always remember, an employer always checks all these things, because employer is not interested in you. Employer is interested in your skills, in your education, which is very important for the job to be done. Often resume provides information in bulleted lists. Why in bulleted lists? Why not in detailed subjective style? Why? Because employer needs your detailed information in short. Okay, this helps make the document concise and allows recruiters to scan quickly through your information provided by you. So overall, this document adds a bit of color to your professional personality and is intended to persuade employers that you are a good fit for the position at hand. Okay. Now, what is the difference between cover letter and resume? A cover letter will help employer to interpret your background as represented on the resume, will help prove how your previous experiences qualify you for this job also. It is a better vehicle than a resume to convey more subjective information, like the basis of your interest in a position, how your values motivate you to pursue a job, or why the culture of a company appeals to you. Okay, in a nutshell, I can say both serve distinguishing purposes. to make your impression meaningful on the employer. So both are indispensable to apply for a job. Okay, again one quote I have given, you can read on your own. Let us move on to now format of job application. So we have two distinguishing parts of the job application. So we have two different formats, format of cover letter and format of biodata. Format of cover letter. We all know how formal letter is written. The same format which we had discussed in previous two sessions, the same formal letter format is followed to write job application cover letter. In short, it is 3 to 4 paragraph document. It should be written with the assumption that employer will consult your resume. Remember, very important point this is. If your cover letter is not effective, then definitely employer will not see your resume. So it is your first point which should be very, very effective. Okay. Will consult your resume to match it to the statement you are making in the letter about your qualifications. Information must not be different. If you have taken any common point like qualification, it should be same in both the letters, cover letter as well as in your resume. When you are writing a cover letter for a job, first review the job requirement that are detailed in the job posting or advertisement, and use your cover letter to explain how you meet those criteria. Now, what are the guidelines for a quality job application? Very simple, only 3 guidelines I will give you. If you stick to these 3 guidelines, no doubt your job application will be very, very effective and qualitative. Number 1, you should be complete in your information. You should be correct in your information. Correction in terms of details provided and in terms of your accuracy of the language. Then second, check your spellings and grammatical errors. Proofread your job application before you are going to post it. And proofreading is very important. Many editing points you will find when you proofread after writing it. This is the format. We all are well versed with the format of formal letter. The same format is given here. Applicant's contact information, which we all know as sender's address. Then what is the date? The date here, date of writing the application. Date of post advertised will come inside the body of the letter. Then third is employer's contact information, which is your receiver here. So receiver's address. Number 4, subject. Subject will begin like this: to apply for the post of chief accountant, to apply for the post of mechanical engineer, to apply for the post of assistant professor, to apply for the post of marketing manager, etc. Number 5, salutation. You can use respected sir or madam or dear sir or madam. Both are correct. Then next is main message, which is given in the body of the letter. So I have given you this limit that you can use your information in 3 paragraphs. First paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph. Details will come in coming slides about this particular part of the body, particular part of the cover letter. Number 7th, complimentary clause. We all know what complimentary clause is: signature, name and designation. This very important point that I had been talking about in earlier slide, body of cover letter. So here I have given what information is needed as per 4 paragraphs. Paragraph 1, what do you want? And second, how do you know about organization and the post vacant? Paragraph 2, detailed overview of your strongest qualification and skills that actually makes you fit, or that make you fit for the job. Paragraph 3 is state confidence in your ability. Project yourself as a very suitable candidate for the job in 1 or 2 lines, and specify why you are especially fit for the company. Paragraph 4, express your appreciation for the job advertised. Then mention your enclosure of resume, give information how you can be contacted, and ultimately closing signature and name. This is as per when you are splitting your information into 4 paragraphs. Now if you split your information into 3 paragraphs, then this way you can cover different requirements of the content. Purpose of writing job application, position you are applying for, where you found the job listing, the name of a mutual contact, how you come to know of the vacancy, etc., etc. Second paragraph, what you have to offer, how your qualification and experience match the job you are applying for, interpret your resume. Third paragraph, conclude your content, include information on how you will follow up. So 2 ways I have given. Whatever is understandable by you, you use that as per your convenience. Now some useful expressions I have given for the opening paragraph. This I want you to memorize because you are doing it for the first time. So this basic information you should understand. Now some useful expressions are with reference to your advertisement in the Times Ascent, Times of India, dated 20th April 2020 for the post of mechanical engineer in your reputed organization. I find myself eligible for the same. Or this letter is in response to your advertisement in the Times Ascent, Times of India, dated 20th April 2020. I wish to offer my services for the post of veterinary doctor or assistant professor management in your reputed institution or organization, or in response to the recent advertised position on the maybe you are mentioning website name, then on the will come. So do.com, okay, like that, shine.com, etc., dated 20th April 2020, like that. You can add any date. Please consider my resume in your search for medical representative, that is the post name. This is a very good simple application letter which I have given. You please go through, read it properly, okay, and you will understand how this language is used in effective manner to make your impression appealing on the employer. So I will not go into detail, you just go through and understand that. Now, format of job application part 2. The most common resume format is a list with your contact information, an experience section that includes job titles, position descriptions, dates of employment, and education section, skills and accomplishments, and other relevant information. Typically, a resume is written in the third person and uses as few words as possible to summarize the experience. So, instead of writing I supervise the large buying team at XYZ company, a resume would have a bullet point and saying supervised 19-person buying team. Like that, in short notes form, you have to supply the information in your resume. Now, before you begin to write your resume, because it is creative writing, clear? Sit down with a piece of paper. Look at the job that you are applying for. Then consider how your skills, educations, and experience compare with the skills that the job requires. How much information do you have about the job description? Job description, you understand? The details of the job you are going to do in any organization. For example, the job of, let's say I am a teacher, the job of a teacher. What are the job roles in that the teaching job? What is this teaching job? Assignments, okay, giving assignments to the students, formation of question paper, okay, then attending meetings, like that, okay. So this is known as job description. So how much information do you have about the job description? Then sometimes employers do not give enough information. Ask for more details if needed. Spend time researching details about the job that interests you. Now, what are the tips to write effective resume? Number one, make your heading clear and accurate. Poor spelling, typos, or bad grammar must be eradicated. Keep it simple and brief, no longer than one page as you are writing from the point of view of exam. This is especially for you people. Use point form, notes, except with the objective. Objective you can write down in sentence form, but other things must come in point form. Use a clear readable writing style or font. Be honest and be professional in your information which you are providing, because it becomes very embarrassing when you supply some other information, glorify yourself, and actually when something is researched about you, it is not found. So be honest and be professional. Proofread your draft. Very, very important point. Information must be complete in terms of personal details, education, professional qualification, training, work experience, skills, etc. Expected salary is an area of negotiation and should never be included in your CV or resume. Okay, there are 4 types of resume: chronological resume, functional resume, combination resume, targeted resume. Now, what is chronological resume? This is the most traditional type of resume, organized by job titles with the most recent position listed first. This means recent job gets greater emphasis. Employers prefer this resume. Functional resume, this focuses on your skills and expertise rather than on your chronological work history. It is used by most often who are changing career or who have gaps in their employment history. Combination resume, it lists your skills and experience first and then employment history. It highlights skills relevant to the job you have applied for. Targeted resume, it is customized as per the requirement of the job. In your syllabus, only chronological resume is followed, so you are going to focus on that. What does a resume include? Number 1, objective. Number 2, your personal details. Number 2, your education, work experience, skills, and references. So this checklist you remember and draft your CV under these points. Okay, this one example I have given. You can follow this format, because see, you are time bound when you are attempting this question in the examination. So within that time frame, only basic biodata can be made. So please learn these points and draft your CV under these points only, so that you are well versed with at least basic form of biodata. Okay, see how this is formatted. Use the same format. This is on 2 slides, 1 and 2nd over here. Your work experience, skill, language known, references, etc. Some specimen examples I have given, how you should have visual impact when you have made it on a page. Okay, so for that, okay, in short, your job application letter, I have got this IDA model. IDA model means there are 4 things: attention, interest, desire, and action. So your job application letter must be able to attract attention of the employer. Number 1, it should be so effectively made that it should attract attention of the employer. It must arouse his interest in your credentials, and it must develop a desire to interact with you. And ultimately, when these 3 objectives are fulfilled, he will surely move into prompt action to fix up an interview with you. So follow this IDA model and make your job application so effective that you are the promising candidate for the job for which you have applied. With this, the explanation part is over. Now, this last slide is for the worksheet. There are 2 questions. Read these 2 questions and draft an excellent application letter in your notebook. Thank you very much, children, for your patient listening. With this, formal letter writing topic ends. Thank you very much.